Hello everyone, welcome to GK StudyEdge. Today we are going to discuss units and measurements. We have covered most of the important questions which are very common and repetitive in exams. I have particularly marked questions asked in SSC exams over the past 3 years. So let's start with our session. First question, number of basic SI unit is 7. There are 7 SI units of measurement as per international systems. Unit of measurement for length is meter. For time, it is second. For current, it is ampere. For temperature, it is Kelvin. For luminous intensity, it is candela. For mass, it is kilogram. And for amount of substance, it is mole. In exams, it can be asked that what is the SI unit for amount of substance? Then your answer should be mole. Okay, let's move on to next question. SI unit for intensity of sound or noise is decibel. So decibel is the unit of intensity of sound. Sonar stands for sound and navigation ranging, and it is used to measure the depth of ocean by using sound waves. Next is hertz is the SI unit of frequency. Unit of potential difference is volt. Next is how is the voltmeter connected across the points between which the potential difference is to be measured. So first we should know that what is a voltmeter. A voltmeter is used to measure potential difference between 2 points in a circuit. Okay, so the question is here how this voltmeter is connected in the circuit. So the answer is here. A voltmeter is always connected in parallel in the circuit to measure the potential difference between 2 points. Let me show you. If it is a point A and here if it is a point B, if it is connected like this, then voltmeter will be connected like this. This will be in parallel to the circuit. Fine. Next is dash has the same dimension as that of energy. So torque has the same dimension as that of energy, and torque is the measure of the force that can cause an object to rotate about an axis. Okay. So next is SI unit of heat energy is joule. Dash is the commercial unit of electric energy. The answer is kilowatt hour. So kilowatt hour is the commercial unit of electric energy, and 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joules. Understood? Let's move on to next. 1 calorie of heat energy is equivalent to approximately dash joules of mechanical energy. Then the answer is 4.2. So 4.2 joules of mechanical energy is equivalent to the 1 calorie of heat energy. Okay. Next is what is the SI unit of lens capacity? So the answer is diopter. The power of a lens is 3.0 D. Here D stands for diopter. For your understanding, diopter is a unit of measurement of the optical power of a lens or a curved mirror. Next is among urology, ophthalmology, neurology and oncology, which one is associated with diopter? So here diopter is connected with ophthalmology. Ophthalmology is a branch of medicine which deals with diagnosis of eye disorders. Okay, let's move on to next. What is the unit of measure of a magnetic field? The answer is Tesla. SI unit of magnetic flux is Weber. It's very important. And Weber per second is equivalent to what? Weber per second is equivalent to volt. Next is SI unit of mutual inductance is Henry. What is the SI unit of electric current? It's a very common question. The answer is ampere. Next is among wattmeter, hygrometer, ammeter and pyrometer, which one is used to measure either direct or alternating electric current? The answer is ammeter. Ammeter is an instrument used to measure the magnitude of the current. Then what is the use of hygrometer, wattmeter and pyrometer? Hygrometer is used to measure relative humidity. Wattmeter, it can measure the electric active power in watts of any given circuit. And pyrometer is a remote sensing thermometer kind of equipment. It is used to measure temperature of distant objects. and it can measure very high temperature. For example, it measures the temperature of sun. Understood? Let's move on to next question. Becquerel is the SI unit of radioactivity. Momentum has both magnitude and direction. What is the SI unit of momentum? As we know, the momentum is measured as a product of mass and velocity, and its unit is kg meter per second. Kg stands for mass and meter per second stands for velocity. Okay. So next is impulse has the same unit as that of momentum. So momentum and impulse share the same units. Next is SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Next is what is the unit of acceleration? The answer is meter per second square. Next, ohm is the SI unit of electrical resistance. And what is ohm meter? Ohm meter is an instrument that can measure resistance. Among momentum, weight, mass, and gravity, which one is a scalar quantity? First, we need to understand what is a scalar quantity. A scalar quantity is the physical quantity with only magnitude and no direction. So here the answer is mass because it has only magnitude. Let's move on to next question. Among speed, velocity, torque, and force, which one is not a vector quantity? Here vector quantity is the physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction. So which one among these has only magnitude but no direction? The answer is speed. Next is unit of speed is meter per second. Anemometer is used for, it is used to measure wind speed and direction, and it is a very common instrument used in weather stations. To read the speed of a vehicle, dash meter is used. It is speedometer. With the help of a speedometer, we can measure the speed of a vehicle. SI unit of pressure is Pascal. It is named after French mathematician and scientist Blaise Pascal, and torr and bar are other units of pressure. Next is a light year is used to measure distance. Then what is a light year? One light year is the distance traveled by light in vacuum in 1 year. And distance has other units as well. These are Fermi, angstrom, astronomical unit, and parsec. Okay. Next is parsec is the measurement unit of, just we discussed that parsec is used to measure distance. Okay. 1 parsec is equal to 3.26 light years. Proxima Centauri, the nearest known star to Earth other than the Sun, is about 1.3 parsecs. Okay. It's very important. Let's move on to next question. Next question. Siemens is the SI unit for measuring electric conductance. Next question is dash is the physical quantity for the expression arc radius. The answer is plane angle. Here let me show you what is a plane angle. Plane angle is an angle which is formed between two planes or two lines. Suppose these are two planes and an angle is formed here. Let's say it is theta. This is called radius and this is called arc. So angle theta equal to arc by radius. Okay, so now we know that how plane angle is connected with arc and radius. Okay, and it has a unit that is radian and it is denoted by symbol RAD, rad. Okay, let's move on to next question. In physics, steradian is a unit of solid angle measure. Next is mole is the SI unit for amount of a substance. Fine. What is the most suitable unit for expressing nuclear radius? Then the answer is Fermi. Candela is the SI unit for measuring the luminous intensity. Mho is the unit of dash of a substance. The answer is conductivity. 1 pound equal to how many ounces? The answer is 16 ounce equal to 1 pound. Next is femto means 10 raised to the power of minus 15. In terms of SI prefixes, 10 to the power minus 15 is called femto. Okay. Next is a nautical mile is equal to 1852 meters. So 1852 meters is equal to 1 nautical mile, and nautical mile is generally used in air and water navigation as a unit of measurement. Understood? Next is Lambert's law is related to illumination. Study of lightning is called what? Study of lightning is called fulminology. Next is who gave the law of octaves? The answer is Newlands. Then who was Newlands and how the law of octaves was important? John Newlands was an English chemist whose law of octaves noted a pattern in the atomic structure of elements with similar chemical properties and contributed in a significant way to the development of the periodic law. Okay, let's see next question. Twin paradox is associated with the theory of relativity. Infrared radiation is measured by bolometer. Bolometer is an equipment which can measure infrared radiation. Odometer is used for, it can measure distance traveled by a vehicle. What is the use of seismograph? So seismograph is used to measure the intensity of earthquakes. Next is rain gauge is used for measuring rainfall. So for measuring rainfall, rain gauge is used. A rain gauge measures the precipitating rain in a given amount of time per unit area. Fine. Let's see next question. What is the use of potentiometer? So it is used to measure electromotive force. Next is angstrom is used for measuring the wavelength of a light. So to measure the wavelength of a light, we use angstrom. Next is dash is used to measure absorbed or evolved heat. So we need to understand first what is absorbed or evolved heat. There are two kinds of chemical reactions. One is endothermic and second one is exothermic. Okay. In endothermic chemical reactions, heat is absorbed, and in exothermic chemical reactions, heat is evolved. So to measure these two heats, we use calorimeter. Understood? For your better understanding, a calorimeter is a device used for calorimetry. It measures the heat of chemical changes or chemical reactions. Understood? Next is, what is the use of galvanometer? Galvanometer detects the presence of electric current in a circuit. In physics, what is Hubble constant? The Hubble constant is the unit of measurement used to describe the expansion of the universe. Means, to describe the expansion of the universe, the Hubble constant unit is used. Okay. Next is, how many microns are there in a meter? So total 1 million microns are there in 1 meter. Next is 1 horsepower is equal to approximately how many watts? 750 watts. Which one among hectare, deca, tera and giga is the largest? The answer is tera, because tera's value is 10 to the power 12. Giga has the value of 10 to the power 9. Hectare has a value of 10 to the power 2 and deca has a value of 10 to the power 1. Okay. So next is, which measuring instrument consists of a metal triangular frame supported on 3 legs used to measure the radius of curvature of an object, such as lenses and curved mirrors, which are spherical in shape? So the answer is spherometer. Spherometer is used to measure the radius of curvature of an object, such as lenses and curved mirrors. Okay. Next is, what is the use of viscometer, screw gauge and altimeter? Viscometer is an instrument used to measure the viscosity of a fluid. Screw gauge, it measures the diameter or thickness of thin wire or the thickness of a thin metal sheet. Altimeter, it measures the altitude of an object above fixed level. So that's it for today. We have discussed most of the important questions from units and measurements. If you learned something valuable, please like the video, share with your friends and subscribe the channel. Tomorrow we will be discussing motion. Okay. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.